Welcome to Unqualified Uprising. Tonight, it's trials and tribulations of a podcast. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I got a bunch of computers, can't figure out how to work them. I got a bunch of cameras, can't figure out how to work them. Got a bunch of microphones, don't know how to work them. Got a soundboard, can't figure out what to do. And all the other issues that we're having here. But I thought it would be we're trying to get this off the ground, and I thought it would be funny for our million of fan and our tons and tons of listener out there to maybe have a little bit of growing pains with us. And I'm just going to explain some of the situations that have been going on and how little help I am at solving any problems and some of the other issues that we're having. But that is going to be the topic tonight on Unqualified Uprising. Like us on YouTube and Rumble, subscribe, and do all that other happy horse shit. I'm going to bring in my senior correspondent, Tom. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Mike. I'm happy to be here.
Going to bring in the producer, Double A.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so another day, another podcast, and some more equipment not working. Any comments? Any questions?
We're desperately trying to get video for this podcast. It seems to be something that's painstaking and doesn't seem to be anywhere in sight, but we got a camera.
Well, you got a camera pointing at you right now.
Hi.
Well, okay, so the studio has been redesigned about 5 or 6 times because I don't like where I have stuff. I've had 3 different desks, 7 different chairs. I got a bunch of shit on the wall that I keep reorganizing and trying to figure out where I want it. Power cords all over the place. Fans hanging from the ceiling. Microphone cords all over the place. It's like the Wild West of podcasting down here. We are really trying, but I feel like I feel like we're in the deepest part of the pool and we can't swim, and we're trying, but it's weird.
It does look great in here, though. You should see it.
Yeah. Oh man. Let me tell you. If we had video, I can describe it to you, but it would not do it justice.
It looks great in here.
And so, listen, have to explain a little bit of everybody's background. So, yes, this podcast is done from Broad Albin, New York, upstate New York, in my basement. My wife built me a studio. It's made out of wood. It's a concrete wall, but she put up wood siding. She made a wall that moves. You probably can't hear it, but there's a wall move. Well, let me tell you, if we had video, you could see it.
Hey, stop moving that wall.
I'll stop moving the wall. Okay.
Is there a monster on the other side?
No, there's a furnace on the other side.
Oh, nice.
Like, this is...
Furnace monster.
Yeah.
I mean, in the realm of studios, this is near the bottom, but it's better than nothing.
But it looks great.
It looks nice.
It really does.
We could have, 4 people in here comfortably, maybe 5.
Yeah, 5 would be great.
Maybe 6.
How about 7?
No, not 7. Absolutely not.
What about 8? It's a nice even number.
Maybe 8.
8 is
definitely
enough.
not 7. So, okay. So, my background is I went to radio school. I would call it radio school, but I'm being very flattering. I'm flattering it. I went to broadcasting school at the New School of Radio and Television. And I learned a lot about how the main reason I wanted to go to radio school was the absolute wrong reason to go to radio school. So my first day, they said, "Why are you here?" I said, "Well, I want to host like an AM talk radio show or any kind of talk radio show." "What are you trying to be, the next Howard Stern?" No, Howard Stern is very good, but I don't really want to go that route. I want to go more the interview route, a little tamer than Howard. I respect everything that Stern is the best. Stern is the king of all media. Rush Limbaugh right behind him. I want to blaze my own trail. So they said, "That's the absolute wrong reason to be here. We're all here to make money. You sound like you're here for the love of broadcasting. That's the absolute wrong reason to be here." So my first day, I was definitely shot down. But so I learned a little bit about radio and how to talk on the radio and, what to say and what not to say and how to try to make your words sound decent. but very, very, very small on the technical side. They were very. Everything was already set up for us. We would just go into a booth and record and shit.
Was everybody there wanting to be the next Howard Stern?
No.
Were there people that just wanted to learn the being behind the scenes work?
No, none of that.
Okay. Maybe some people want to be newscasters.
Hey, this is Hot 100. Here's Backstreet Boys. I thought I sounded like a giant douchebag
Here's
on
another
101.3.
Here's another blast for the pack.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It was all that nonsense. Like, come join the house party. Everybody's great. Here's a little Heavy D. Like, I don't want to be that.
Why not?
Because that's lame. I don't want to be that.
Like, did you learn how to talk in the first 10 seconds of a song, the instrumental beginning of a song, and how to talk over it and how to time it
The
perfectly?
post. Yeah, the post. You got to hit the post.
You got to get the weather in.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you, it's going to be 62 degrees, nice and sunny weather. And don't forget, Uncle Vito's house party coming up at 7 on Pix 106. Running on a dream.
Yeah.
That was the post. That's what
You actually practiced doing that.
we actually practiced that nonsense. Yeah. And then I got a job at a radio station. I internshiped at ABC in Latham, not ABC.
In New York City.
Yeah, no, Albany Broadcasting. And they made me and this dude drive out to some bank, and they wanted us to dress up. Someone had to dress up like a bee and go in and give this lady money. So I made the dude that was with me dress up like a bee, and we went in and gave the lady money. I don't want to dress up like a fucking bee. I don't want to go be made a fool of. I would rather say something that makes me sound dumb. I don't want to do something that makes me look
You were
dumb.
there to be cool.
No, I was there because I was an
Dress up like a bee.
intern, and that's the stupid intern work.
Well, somebody's got to do it. So, how much money was involved? 20, 30?
If it was intern, I don't know.
It was an intern work. They probably forced to pour deep. Maybe honey.
Yeah, maybe. Especially if I have to go give the people money at the bank.
I was an intern. No money. No money was
How are you going to
paid.
give somebody...
I love how that when I give you the signal that I'm taking a drink,
Can I ask you a question?
and you ask me a fucking question that I have to respond to, you dummy, and then I'm
You're
giving you
gonna
the
drown.
signal more, and you have more money, more. No, I didn't get paid anything.
We didn't all go to the broadcasting school.
Oh yeah. Thank you. So fast forward, I started working at a radio station in Amsterdam called WCSS 1490 AM,
I remember it well.
and I used to host Swap Shop.
And I've listened to that show.
And people used to call me and say, I got a lawnmower, $200. Call me at blah, 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 blah. And just the same fucking guys over and over and over and over again. I tried to liven up the show. Guess what the intro show was? The intro music was?
I don't recall.
What?
that.
The fucking chicken dance. The chicken dance. Yeah, the fucking chicken dance.
And then they have some live remote from a park or something.
Yeah.
Or in the park or some bullshit.
So I've always tried to, in my professional radio career, I guess I've tried to be a maverick or try to be somewhat. I think the chicken dance is. I don't want to play the fucking chicken dance. That's stupid as an intro to a song, to a show about selling shit.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted something different. You know.
So it was the same 5 farmers probably that were called.
Yeah. Well, they weren't farmers. They were just junk guys, junkers.
I got a
They were
lawnmower.
junkers.
Lawnmower for sale.
Lawnmower for
$50.
sale, $50.
I just found this on the curb. What do you think I got?
Oh, a lot of crazies too. They
All right.
call in and say stupid shit.
Now, did you ever think to put a plant in there? Like have some woman with a sexy voice call in and sell something?
No,
Just to mix it up. You never thought of that?
no, I was dumb.
Yeah, okay.
I was very dumb.
Yeah.
But I did shit in a different way. Because I couldn't fight back with fighting with the old ladies on the radio station. I couldn't fight with them on the air. So I decided to instead of the chicken dance, I said, what is the antithesis of the chicken dance? Iron Butterfly, Inagata Davida. So that was the new intro song to the Swap Shop. If I was working the Swap Shop, you would hear the and then you would hear the Inagata Davida.
Yeah.
And the people were okay with that.
They didn't
And-
give you any hassle.
No, because I don't even know if I was getting paid for it. I think I was doing it for free. Whatever. It was a nightmare. But once again, the shit in there was old. It was easy to figure out.
Right.
Okay? This shit that we're working with now is completely, I have no idea what I'm doing. I bought a soundboard on Amazon. I don't even know how to work it. I think I threw the directions. I probably took the directions out and said, I better hold on to these, and promptly fucking threw them out the window like some asshole.
Put it in the fire.
Yeah, I threw it in the fire. I burned it. I flushed it down the toilet. I got 4 mics originally that were all hooked up. Couldn't figure out how to work them. So I bought 4 new mics and figured out how to work them, and then figured out how to work the other mics. So now I have 8 mics. I might even have 12.
That's why we can have 8 people in here.
I don't want to have 8 people in here. I don't like 8 people. That's too many. Gotta have 9.
We have 8 working mics.
7.
Well,
No,
we
not
have
7. No. Can't have 7.
We have a surplus of mics.
So I said,
Sell them on Swap Shop.
sell them on Swap. So the first thing I said, you know what? I got out of radio. I've been on the radio for a long time, many years. So I said, you know what? I really want to get back into some form of talking into a microphone. So I called my buddy Adam and I said, Adam, you want to do this shit? He said, sure. I called Joe Ultra Mega Maga Joe. I said, Joe, you want to do this? First he yelled at me about something unrelated, of course, and then he told me, yeah. And then I made contact with Tomas over there in the corner and said, Tom, I know you're, jet setting off to Fiji or, possibly heading to the Maldives or the
Iran.
Cayman Islands or Ireland, In your travels, do you have a second to, grovel with the normal folk and come on the podcast, as a special, permanent, invited, minimal contributor guest, I guess we'll say, right? Is that what we'll say?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
So
happy.
everybody agrees to it. So I promptly go out and buy a computer I don't know how to use, and then a laptop I don't know how to use. And Adam, I think, is the youngest one, right?
Yep.
Adam's the youngest one. I'm about to be 44, but I'm 43. Tom, you are 53?
54.
54. Joe just turned 40. Adam, you just are about to turn what?
37.
Okay, so for some reason, since Adam's 37, I expect him to know every single thing about computers ever known to man. He might as well talk in binary code. And I just buy a bunch of shit and tell him to put it together or figure it out with little to none experience doing any of this nonsense. And I'm high maintenance, so I complain a lot. So I give someone things that they don't know how to operate and then complain when they're not operating them correctly. So I'm probably like the worst person in the world to deal with.
You bought all this stuff and you went, now I'm a podcaster.
Now I'm a podcaster. Yeah.
I've made it.
I've made it. Yeah, we've made it.
Let's go.
We made it. So we put our brains together and figured out how to at least do something. We record and we talk stuff. But there's so many difficulties all at once. First is the scheduling. Tom is on time, but he's also a horrible communicator. The worst communicator you could possibly find. There are people in the desert that don't talk, that have no tongues,
There are mutes.
that are better communicators than Tom.
Yeah.
I will text Tom, hey, on Monday, hey, Tom, I'm thinking about doing a podcast on Saturday. What do you think? And Wednesday, I'll get a picture of Homer Simpson doing a cheer or some shit. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
That means yes.
So that means yes, apparently. That means yes.
See, that means yes.
Yeah, that means yes. That means yes.
That means I'm excited, so I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're excited. You wanted to send me an audible. You wanted to send me a
I'm
visual
all
and
in.
audible cue. Yes.
I'm all in.
You're all in.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I texted back. What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
It means yes.
Yes. And today I think I text you, hey, do you want a podcast? And you said yes. And I said, what time? And then 2 hours later, you said, I'm driving, maybe 2 p.m. And I said, okay. And then you got here at, I think, 2 p.m. So whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
Now, Adam is a good communicator.
Learn a lot from Adam.
No.
Maybe not much. I don't know.
But there's an issue. There's a secret issue that you guys, well, I think he might know, but you and Joe won't know.
And our one listener.
And our one listener won't know. So Adam, Tom, Joe, and myself are in a group message. We are also in single messages. Anyone that has a text, anyone that has a phone understands what I'm saying. So Adam has the habit of not only engaging conversation in the group text message, but responding to the group text message to me personally. So we'll be talking, and I'll be like, hey Adam, what do you think about podcasting tomorrow? He'll be like, yeah, let's do it. And I'll be like, well, what time do you want to come over? And he'll be like, does he expect me to fucking read this? It's because of the next thing I'll get into, because somebody else has a horrible communication tactic as well. But go ahead. I'm going to take a drink. Go ahead. And I want to hear your fucking rebuttal.
It's not even a rebuttal so much as Adam. I get a text from Adam randomly that I think is meant for group. And I'm looking at it saying, what the fuck is he even talking about?
My phone's fucking weird.
So I'm getting a text from Adam going like, isn't this something? So, I mean, Adam and I mean, we're friends. But, we never had each other's phone numbers that I can remember or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's out of group chat now.
We were former co-workers and now friends. So, but yeah. So, but some of these messages I get from Adam are probably meant for the group chat.
It goes in a group chat, but I don't know how it gets booted out to individual.
So there's some other Adam issues.
Excuse me, did I do good?
There's some other Adam issues. Oh yeah, I see. Look, he emerges from behind the computer. All I see is eyes popping out. Yeah, like that, popping out from. I wish we had fucking video. God damn you, Sony, telling me my camera's too old. It don't fucking work. Fuck you, Hattori, Hidataki, whatever your name is. You
make another
Sony.
PlayStation, bitch.
Yeah, make more PlayStations.
Did I tell you the studio looks great?
Yes, you said the studio looks great.
You should
yeah.
see it.
Oh yeah.
That's the other issues. I'm dying.
Are you dying to know over there?
So
So
I don't get up and stab you with a pen.
Yeah. So I won't say if and when anymore. I'll just say maybe. If this podcast blows up after our 4,000th episode, and we start making oodles of bucks.
I'm already counting it.
Huh?
I'm already counting it.
Well, no, you get like the bands that the money come in.
The paper bands?
The paper bands that have the amount written on them.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get that.
Ooh. That much?
Yes, you get that much, and you get a van.
Oh.
You get a van.
As Boss Hog was.
No, you get a van.
Well, a van's cool.
Yeah, an Ecoline 2500 van.
1% of 1% of 1%.
No, you get a van and the paper.
And I get to carry all the equipment around.
No, you just have to drive the van everywhere.
Okay.
Green van.
Okay.
Okay, good deal. That's
Very
the agreement.
generous
Yes, very generous. I'm glad. Contract negotiations over. I won.
Shit.
I'm trying to stall so I don't get stabbed.
I won't
John
stab
Wick
you.
style.
I won't stab
That
you.
was the least believable threat of a stab ever.
Why? That I won't stab you?
So if we ever have so many doubloons, we can have whatever we want. I know what Adam's secret. What he's gonna spend all his money on. A ginormous bed with every fucking pillow you could imagine, and he could just sleep for like a couple days at a time. A giant bed that will like roll him off when it's time for him to get up and push him in when it's time for him to go to bed. This boy likes to sleep.
And I'll have a Stone Cold Steve Austin pillow.
Yeah.
Now you're getting a little too pinpoint, but yeah, Adam likes sleeping. So this morning, I sent him a text message. Hey, are we podcasting? Now it was his birthday. Joe and him celebrated birthdays. Tom also celebrated a birthday. I got them all gifts.
Thank you, Mike. That was very
Thank you,
generous.
thank you.
Thank you.
Joe,
Thank
did
you.
you say thank you?
Yeah, Joe said thank you. He did.
Yeah, I know.
So Adam went out for his birthday last night. So I hit him up around 10:30. You know, I'm up at fucking 6 in the morning like an asshole. I got dogs. I have no choice. It's either get up or get peed on. So I send Adam a text message. Are you alive? And I got like the Omega fucking code back. Like I didn't even understand what it was. I needed the Navajo tribe here to break this fucking code. It was too many consonants, and the last 3 words were like I did okay or some shit. I did okay. It was like a bunch of gibberish, and then I did okay. And then he must have. Well, he told me that he woke up, looked at his phone, and he probably made some kind of noise, and he sent me a text message, and then just went right back to fucking. Don't forget, this is the boy that woke up in the middle of the night, seen a ghost, and then went back to fucking bed.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand.
His scary story where he wasn't the least bit scared.
Yeah, he got up and said, "Get out! Are you a ghost? Okay, well, whatever."
Hi, Mr. Ghost.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Ghost. I gotta go back to bed. Fuck you, Ghost. The robbers better hope they come in the middle of the day because they ain't waking you up. They ain't getting you out.
They won't.
Sir, give me your wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, help yourself.
Well, it looked like it made sense when I sent it over. It looked like words, and I just went, and then hit send.
Hold on, stop for a minute. I gotta look up this text message. Hold on, stop.
I know what.
I was trying to recite what it was, but now I can actually look it up.
I know the last one was YouTube.
Okay,
I know
let's
that.
see.
That's all.
Here it is. I got it. So at 8:15, I said, "How are you?" And he said, "Sleeping," with the little emoji that the women send with the Z's over it. What do you mean, wow? What do you mean, wow? My wife sent me that same shit today.
Well,
So I said,
I don't know.
"Are we podcasting today?" ? And I got a capital O and a lowercase L, ol, and then it's of, if, just want to get everything pin YouTube.
Yeah, see? And that's if you want to get everything on YouTube.
Yeah, but on is O-N, not P-N.
I'm
P-N.
fucking half awake. What do you want from me?
Were you talk texting or?
No, I was typing.
So what's ol?
I think he was sleep texting.
All of it.
Oh, I think all.
All of if just want to get everything on YouTube. So I text back, okay, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm glad you survived. Go later, pal. So yeah,
At least I knew what I typed, what I meant.
Listen, he's tame compared to Tom and Joe's communication skills. Tom's is borderline. Well, Tom's is passive aggressive because that's Tom's passive aggressive. That's okay.
And Joe,
passive aggressive.
And then Joe will call you at the worst fucking time.
I haven't even got to that. That's the next one. Let me tell you something. You are a low-level senator. You get a call to the UN crisis fucking committee. You go in there. They want your opinion on something because you are the master of whatever they need. You know everything. You go in there. You got your notes. You're just about to speak, and all of a sudden your fucking phone starts going off because it's Joe. Joe will call if your baby is about to be born. Joe's calling.
The cops pull you over.
Cops pull you over. Joe's calling. The president wants to talk to you. Joe's calling.
Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Hey, the Cowboys suck today. Oh, Trump. He calls. And you know what? He's not here. He's up north. He had his wisdom teeth done. He told us he couldn't travel and promptly fucking headed up north with his sister. So I love him. I love him.
That's why we're not going to the Jets game tomorrow.
We're not going to the Jets game because we couldn't travel because Joe couldn't travel. And then promptly a day before the Jets game, Joe's traveling. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But that's our wild card. You ever seen the Sunny in Philadelphia? They need a wild card. He's our wild card. So the most inopportune moment in the world, you're on Everest and you're reaching out to the final fucking peak. You're almost to the summit, and that phone rings and you fall the fuck off. Joe calls at the worst times, and if you can't get off the phone,
Did
you're
you
stuck.
watch that Mets game?
He knows everything. Joe knows everything about everything, and he's great. But he calls at the worst times, and he texts at the worst times. And I'm gonna get into his text messages.
If Joe had went to radio school, we'd already be on the map.
No, Joe went to scam school. We'll get into Joe's scam school the next time he's here. Joe went to a school that went defunct as soon as he left.
Like a Barclays school. Jesus.
No, Joe went to like Full Sail. No, he went to ITT Tech.
Yeah, that's a scam.
And as soon as Joe got out of there, they folded. So I don't know if he had anything
The
to do with
servers
it.
crashed.
Yeah, the servers. Yeah. Yeah.
He told them what they were doing
Yeah.
wrong. And
Yeah. Yeah. So I try. Listen. So like I told you, these three cannot fucking communicate. Adam is the best out of the three, but the other, but just because Adam's good, the other two are so fucking god awful. I think Tom's communication skills are like maybe like a 1, possibly a 2. Joe is like a -50. He sends me text messages, article after article
Check
after
this
article.
out.
Check this out. You won't believe this. I know you're not sending it. I say Joe GPT. I tell
then
him
he
Joe
laughs about it.
GPT.
Then he
Will you stop
laughs.
sending me procedurally
Nonsense.
generated articles about shit I don't care?
Is Joe's constantly on his phone though? He's always looking at his cell phone.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, playing Hungry Shark.
No, the other day we were sitting here talking.
Oh
and
God,
his
that's the
phone
other
was-
thing.
His phone, you hear, we're talking here, ting, ting.
Yeah, and I ripped into him on the podcast because I'm talking to him, and after he got done scratching himself feverishly at me, and I called him out on it, I couldn't deal with it anymore. I had to stop it. I had to put a stop to it. So his phone starts. I'm having like a real conversation with him. All of a sudden, his phone starts tinging, ting, ting, ting.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah,
and then
he grabs his phone, and I call him out on it again. I said, Joe, will you turn that shit off? I'm trying to talk to you. Turns it off.
and then the
2
fucking
seconds later, the
ringtone
phone starts
is
ringing. Country music, singing like I went skydiving and I went Rocky Mountain fucking climbing. I wanted to strangle him. But that's him in a nutshell. And when he calls me the most. He calls me, and if he doesn't get me, he automatically calls Adam.
Yep.
Okay, so he'll call me, and because he knows I'll pick up a majority of the time, and he calls. There's no time. There's no time limit. There's no time, and there's no off hours. If you're Joe's friend, it's a 24-hour day fucking situation.
365.
Yeah, 365. Joe will call you on Christmas, tell you Merry Christmas. It'll be at 11 o'clock, but it'll be Merry Christmas nonetheless. But so,
New Year's at midnight when you're kissing your wife.
Ting, 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 ting.
so you know how you say, "Hey, Tom, it's Mike. How you doing?" That's how you would,
Yeah.
you know. It's how you answer a phone call.
Right.
You know, hi, Mr. Mike. This is Tom. How you doing? Tom, I'm doing great. What's up, pal?
Yeah.
Joe don't answer
you
the phone
see
like
the-
that.
did you
Joe
see the
answers
Trump
phone
thing?
just screaming about whatever he wants to talk to you about. You don't get a hello. You don't get a how you doing. You just get, do you believe what they're doing to Trump?
Do
Do
you see
you
what they're
absolutely believe it? Do you believe it? Trump.
Do you see what they're pinning on Trump this time?
It's all Trump's fault. Everything's Trump's fault.
Oh gosh. Or the people that are out to get Trump. The people that are out to get
Yep.
Trump.
Oh, I know. And then he'll go on and ramble on, and he try to say something, and then he'll just he'll talk over you, and then keep going more and more and more. Go until you get to the point where you go, Joe. I'll talk to you. I'll message you, but I gotta go.
That's my computer guy, by the way, too.
That's the guy who's setting everything up for us, bro.
That's my computer guy who I told to set up my computer. He looked at me and said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Set up my computer." What do you mean? He goes, "I don't know what to do. What do you want?"
This is his profession. I'm just.
Well, no. So the best thing was, he looked at me one of the days and said, "You know, you think I know all about this computer stuff? I think you know all about this radio stuff. I don't think you know much about this radio stuff. That's what he said to me. He didn't finish that statement with, I might not know a lot about computers. He just told me I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I asked him, I love it. I love it. I love it. He's like my brother I never had. He's like my little brother I never had that tells me I'm wrong.
I'm part of the now I'm part of the guy, one of the guys getting all the
Yeah, you're on the phone chain.
Yeah,
You're on the phone chain.
He's got me in the Rolodex now.
Oh, you know what?
He's because he called me the other day. No, he just called me and said, I was thinking about something that happened 10 years ago. You were a lot more for Trump than you are now. You were really all in on Trump 10 years ago at some party, and I wasn't so much into Trump, even though I'm dressed like him for Halloween.
Yeah.
The funny shit is, I love it. I love it. I don't know how to describe it. It's because he's one of the few people in my life. I'm not telling you my wife fucking don't yell at me. My wife fucking yells at me like every other man on the planet. I get fucking bitched at.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying that, I don't go around trying to intimidate people. I don't go around with an attitude. But I don't spend a lot of my life getting yelled at. You know what I mean? Like most people, getting yelled at shouldn't be part of their repertoire. Shouldn't be part of their daily routine.
Some people are used to it. So
Right.
it's just-
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're all friends, and I don't really think that we yell at each other. Us three. These three guys looking at each other.
It's busting balls.
Yeah,
It's busting
whatever. We're
balls.
busting balls.
We're busting balls.
I am Joe's target. I am Joe's target, and to a lesser extent, Adam. Joe tells me I don't do anything, tells me I'm a liberal, tells me I should go in a canoe somewhere. I go get my kayak and kayak down into the forest. He fucking terrorizes me more than anybody in my life. Nobody says the shit to me that he says to me, and I just look at him. I must have the dumbest look on my face because he goes, "Hey, you know what? You're a big fucking liberal." And I'm thinking to him, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your fucking mind?
You know what liberal is?
I am anti-liberal.
You are God.
I'm horrible. God.
I'm more liberal than you.
Yeah, good Lord.
But don't forget, he says he's a libertarian too.
He don't know what he is. But I don't know what I
And
am. I'm a Democrat.
You know
I'm a
what?
registered
That's funny.
Democrat.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm the only registered Republican here, and I'm hardly like a hardcore Republican.
No, I would not think you were a Republican by the words you say.
Yeah.
Until you told me that. I always forget that you're a registered Republican. I always forget that he's a registered independent.
Yeah, but he says an independent libertarian.
He's voting. Listen, he's not voting red down the board. He's getting a ballot and just drawing a giant fucking red on it. Red R. Giant red R. He's going to turn it
With a red crayon.
sideways and draw a fucking elephant or whatever it is, a donkey. He's going to draw a donkey.
Somebody
with
drawing
fucking,
an elephant or
yeah,
an
he's just
elephant.
going to draw an elephant and write woohoo next to it. And that's going to be his ballot.
and then they're gonna take.
Yeah,
they're
MAGA,
gonna,
MAGA.
They're gonna open it up and look at it and go, all right, this goes in the garbage.
And he's gonna hear this, and I'm glad he is. But my fucking dream for this podcast, and if we ever get these cameras working, it'll be a dream to our
To the moon.
to whoever's listening to us. I hope more than one
Our
person,
many,
but
our many of one.
Our many of one of many. Like and subscribe on YouTube and
Nice.
follow us on Rumble and all that other whatever nonsense.
Happy horse shit.
And whatever happy horse shit I'm supposed to say. But one of my dreams is to get big T down here, the big T man. Yeah, you know who? Yeah,
Mr. T.
No, not I pity the fool.
I want Mr. T.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
know
Mr.
you're
T
talking
would be
about.
cool, but somebody,
The Donald.
the Don. I would love to get the Don in Joe's chair. Oh yeah, I got chairs. I got chairs in the studio. We got a desk. We got some stuff.
Oh, the imagery.
We're trying.
Of that. We got the imagery of
We got a
Joe.
curtain.
The
I got a curtain.
If Donald Trump was
What's
sitting-
behind the curtain?
If Donald Trump was sitting, the imagery of Joe if Donald Trump was sitting in his chair.
He'd shit
How would you like
himself.
your ass kicks? Excuse me.
No, don't say that. Joe would do the interview. I would
He would put tears on his feet.
I would
He would take his shoes off.
forego
Yes.
I would forego whatever journalistic credibility I would earn by asking Trump, kind of what the fuck's going on.
Why does everybody hate you?
Yeah, why does everybody hate you? I would just let Joe sit here and give him the softest of softball interviews known to man. Like, Mr. Trump, I think you're great. How do you think about yourself? I think you are the greatest thing known to man. I don't even know if you'd be able to speak.
Well, I think Donald Trump wouldn't have a problem going on about himself, but I think Joe would be great for that type of interview. It would be the biggest softball
The
interview.
puffest piece of them all.
God.
Oh, my God. He would... Listen, Joe's obviously not... Joe's not going to make out with him, but he would definitely give Trump a big hug, without a doubt.
With slobber all over.
He would give him the biggest hug known to man. And, see, I don't know if it would work because... Joe would probably see the Secret Service. I doubt they're going to let Trump fucking sit in here and, how could we surprise him?
No, that'd be impossible.
Well, maybe put a couple Secret Service guys like in the closet. They can hide in the closet.
Oh, that might work.
Or maybe blindfold Joe. But he gets really scared when stuff like that happens. He gets really nervous. You can't spook him like that.
You can't put a bag over his head and walk him down the stairs.
No, I'm not. No, this ain't Guantanamo Bay. Oh my God! Now, this is another thing that's awfully hard to do. Come up with fucking bits. Coming up with comedy bits and shticky stuff for this podcast is fucking difficult, especially when none of us have time.
We're not professionals.
We're not professionals. I got a job. You got a job. Joe's got a job. Everybody's got jobs here.
Well, yeah.
I got 8 fucking dogs and a wife. You got 5 kids and a wife. Adam's got his fucking life. Joe's got his life. A lot busy, very busy, very, very
we
busy.
have good ideas and a great looking studio.
Yes, we have. Yes, it's wood. It's made out of wood.
I
either got a burp or sneeze. I'm not which one.
let
Sure.
it go.
I'm not. I don't know which one it's gonna be.
We should take bets.
Bets on my burp or sneeze.
Yeah, what's gonna
How
be?
how degenerate are
You know
you?
what sucks? If you ever have to sneeze and you're rearing back and you're about to sneeze and then the sneeze goes away,
That does suck.
that sucks. That's like the worst. Oh, so to play devil's advocate, what if Kamala was in that chair? How would Joe handle that interview? I think it would be the same way. To be honest with you, we would have to slobber over her a little bit.
Oh, Kamala?
Yeah.
No, that would be
I'm
an
not
impossible. I couldn't interview her.
Oh, we had Joe interview her.
Yeah, Joe would have to interview her because he'll get tricked by her fucking word salad. I don't fall for that shit. You know how thorough of an interview is. Well, I walked into a room. So let me ask you. Did you walk? Did you sashay? What was your feeling when you walked into this room? And like when Lester Holt goes, "Well, you ain't been to the border." And she goes, yeah. Well, I haven't been to Europe either. He should have been like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense.
What does that have to do with
What
the
does that have
question?
to do with the question? Why didn't you go to the border?
They never called her out.
I'm
man.
not hating on Lester Holt, but all those people are fucking slaves. They're all corporate slaves, and they can't say bad things about anybody. I, on the other hand, don't really give a shit. I like a ton of what Trump says. As soon as any politician starts talking abortion, I'm out. I don't want to hear it. It's between doctors. The government should not be allowed involved in no government.
Unless anyone thinks that we're right-wing zealots here, I think the 4 of us are all pro-choice.
I'd say we're centrist at least on the matter.
I mean, it's not something that's important to me. That's how I put it usually.
No, I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for it. That's the only thing I said. Now why not? Because I don't want to pay for it. Well, yes, that would be a dream of mine. That would be a dream of mine. But it would also be a dream of mine to. Gotta be careful how I say this.
Be very careful.
No. I would never want to spoil. I got a couple of bits that I've been dreaming up about things that we could do.
Oh, good.
And one of them was the Wheel of Costumes. Did I explain that to you?
Yes, you did.
And how great would that be if you turned on your if you were going to tune in to Unqualified Uprising, you see the countdown, and all of a sudden you see our logo, and then boom, there's me dressed up in a wizard, like I'm a wizard. I got a magic wand. I got a wizard hat. I got a wizard robe, and I'm just sitting here. But I'm playing it off like everything's normal.
Yeah.
And then they show you, but that's because I had to spin the wheel of costumes. So it's not going to be an everyday thing. It's not going to be an every podcast thing. But every once in a while, and nothing derogatory. I'm not going to, ain't nobody dressing up like Gandhi. Ain't no diapers. But
all things normal except you're dressed as a chicken. And all things are normal.
A little less elaborate. No chickens. I don't want, that's.
Well, for lack of I can't think of a good Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, I was thinking like something like that. Like you got a big beard or a dunce cap.
How about going off your shirt? You can all dress like different eras of Elvis.
Oh yeah.
See, that's a
people call me the '70s drug addict Elvis.
That's a thing. See, that's that. But coming up with bits is a lot harder than
can you guys,
I thought it would
listening,
be.
Can you give us bit ideas?
No, I don't want no bit ideas from the listeners. What are you, an idiot?
They would mean the listener.
Any fan mail.
Oh, I got to say something. Because the listener, I want to thank the listener for your thought and prayer and the card and letter. Thank you.
I don't have a cricket sound effect.
Okay. I do my best, but I'm not.
Oh yeah, are you talking about how this podcast is so bad it puts you in the hospital? This podcast is so bad it puts people in the fucking hospital.
No, that's listening to
Joe's driving record. Like and subscribe. Smash that fucking comment button.
Don't smash into a median.
Don't smash into a median like Joe.
Don't listen.
Smash into another car.
Do not listen to it while you're driving. You might catch it.
We're trying to make this shit work. I can't figure this nonsense out. I fucked with the camera for like 6 hours yesterday. I fucked with it 4 more hours today. I can't get these guys to show up on time.
Hey, listen,
Half
I said
the time they ain't
gibberish
in the
at
fucking
you.
state. Tom was in Massachusetts today dicking around. Everybody works. Everybody works 1,000 hours a week. Nobody wants to do anything.
We're gonna be.
We're busy.
Tomorrow, I think I got the.
Tomorrow
we're gonna pray.
Tomorrow we're gonna pray.
Right,
I don't
pray.
pray.
Tomorrow I'm going to the
for it to
Jets
work.
game.
Tomorrow you go to the Jets game. Yeah.
Wait, I think Joe's texting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were going to the game.
Get back on what you were saying.
I forgot. Don't matter anymore.
Oh, you
It's
had
gone.
me.
I had you.
I was enthralled.
I'm sure you were.
Oh,
Crickets.
Oh, cricket.
Right.
Oh, yeah. See. There it is.
Did they teach you what to do in radio school if you had crickets? No. Did they teach you in radio school if you lost your train of thought? What do you do when you lose your train of thought?
Just supposed to meander talk.
Meander talk?
Yeah, like, well, it's really nice weather out today and a lot's going on. And thank God it's so nice today.
Okay.
You say
anything.
you say words that make sense.
Word salad.
It's not even a word salad. It's
word
like
soup, alphabet
it's
soup.
not even word soup. It's like word napkins. Like you pick one thing that's when I woke up this morning, I saw the sun and it looked like it was going to be a hot day. And you know what? When I went out and walked to my car, it was really hot out. And when I walked into the studio, man, it was so hot. And man, it was a really hot day today. Don't you think it was hot today?
It was
and
hot.
you just say stupid shit like that.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say anything, but I am going to the Jets game, and Joe said not to say anything.
Joe said not to say anything.
He's taking you.
Joe's taking you in a limo.
Yep.
I knew it.
We're going on the Greyhound bus.
That's another thing. Listen. It's another thing. Since all three of these, no, you know what? I'm just gonna single out you and Joe. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Joe, over there. I see you sitting there.
Scratching herself.
No, he's not scratching himself.
How do you know?
He's somewhere.
You can't miss Joe. He's somewhere out there scratching. All right.
So
he's got an itch.
shut up. You weren't here. You didn't see it.
I wish I.
No, well, yeah. Get my cameras working. Figure it out.
Oh golly.
We need an engineer.
I heard all about it, so I have
Vivid.
in my mind's eye.
Your mind's eye. Your mind's
I
eye.
have the imagery down.
So we're planning on going to a football game. We did a podcast because the planning is so ridiculous. Hearing 4 morons think at the same time is amazing radio. I really have to say.
Yeah.
So,
There's nothing else on.
yeah.
Well, at least with 4 people, we can get at least sometimes one coherent thought.
There is an Abbott and Costello podcast if people want to listen to that.
What?
You guys know who Abbott and
Yeah.
Costello is?
Yeah, don't
whatever.
I'm not
share
putting
our
anybody
fame
else's-
with anybody. Don't. This ain't payola. Don't give anybody else a plug. Fuck them Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? Fuck you. Yeah.
Fuck, he was on third.
Fuck you.
Pete Ship's on second.
So we
Yeah,
had this
fuck,
plan. Tom and Joe wanted to go to a football game. I think those were the initial ones, or maybe I said something. Who knows?
No, it was Joe's. It was all
but
Joe's brainstorm.
All Joe's brainstorm, and Tom was in it too. Joe and Tom were fucking conniving together and figuring out something.
Go back into the archives. It's on there.
Yeah, Tom was gonna drive down to Jersey and beat some guy up and take the tickets, and we were gonna go, and I don't know what was going on. He knew somebody in Jersey, probably at the docks.
I think that's how.
Were the tickets gonna fall
went.
off the back of the truck? Are guys from New York gonna come here and knock on my door? Are they gonna be very nicely dressed?
The tickets have blood on them.
Are they gonna be Vinny Spaghetti and Joey Meatball coming to get me? Yeah. The tickets had blood stains on them.
They were drenched.
So Joe said no. Don't go down to Jersey City and Long Shark for the tickets. I'll buy them. So I was surprised because Joe doesn't really go throwing his money around. I was like, wow, whoa.
He's careful with money.
Yeah, careful with money, man. Yeah. Very modest with money. We'll say it like that.
That's a nice way of saying it.
That's a nice way of saying it. And I'm like, wow, Joe, he's taking over. So last Saturday, I'm getting ready to go get the grill because we're gonna bring a little grill down in the back of my truck, and I'm gonna buy a bunch of food, and we're gonna tailgate and go to the Jets game. So I get a rogue text message from Joe. Hey guys, listen, I can't go to the football game because I'm getting 17 wisdom teeth out on Friday before we actually were supposed to go. So I'm looking at my phone and I'm going,
This motherfucker.
This motherfucker had to have known he's getting wisdom teeth. You don't just walk in somewhere and go, hey, can you yank these 17 wisdom teeth
I don't want to go to this football game.
I don't want to go to this football game. Get me in for dental surgery. Stat. I need dental surgery now.
Good excuse.
I hate these guys. I need dental surgery.
Got to get me out of this Jets game. Oh God.
So he sends me a text. Hey,
Oh,
can't
it was
go
in
to
the
the
group
Jets.
chat. It was
Well,
in the group chat.
group text. Hey, can't go to the football game that I arranged with you guys.
It was my idea.
It was my idea, and I set it up. I can't go.
And we all turned our lives upside
And we
down.
can't travel. Can't travel. I can't travel. I got gauze in my mouth. I can't travel. I'm like,
It might be bloody.
I might be bloody. I can't travel. So I immediately think, oh, yes, let's go. This sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we are not going to run around the Meadowlands with Joe bleeding out of his fucking mouth.
Looking like Dracula.
He can't eat anything. Can't drink anything. Well, I don't.
Can't talk.
Yeah, can't talk. Can't do anything. He goes, listen, I can't go to the football game. I can't travel. So I've been texting with him on Fridays. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm feeling good. I said, Joe, what about podcasting tomorrow? Maybe if I feel okay, maybe I'll let you know. All the blood has clotted. I'm like, oh, great. That's great. Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks for that information.
So I wake up this morning and I start trying to communicate with you guys, which is the wrong thing for me to do. I should just start smoke signals and start sending them to you fucking guys. Yes, I made that clear. Yes, I did make it clear.
Yeah.
Very clear. Bad communicators. Stop looking at me. Everybody stop looking at me.
I have a Homer
It's
emoji.
true. Yeah, thanks, Homer emoji. Yes.
Well, I'm going to get that gif where he walks back into the bushes.
I know. I like that gif. Well, anyways.
Next time.
Anyways, Joe, you want a podcast? You want a podcast? About 3 hours later, I get a text message. Well, I'm up north with my sister, 4 hours away, so I can't podcast. So I'm staring at my phone, my poor phone. I just want to bash myself over the head with it. I'm thinking, you're telling me yesterday you might be able to podcast. You're telling me you don't want to travel too far. You tell me they gave you pain meds so you can't travel too far. We're not going to a football game specifically that we planned for 2 months. We can't go because you can't travel. And you immediately travel and you fucking go way up north. And I love it. I love it's just part of it. It's like another layer of the onion that is Joe. That is why Joe and you are the most interesting men in podcasting.
You peel off the layers and there's Joe, man.
Listen, both of you are like stallions. I'm trying to break. You guys are hard stallions to break.
I had Jet season tickets for almost 20 years, and
and now you can't even get to a game against fucking Buffalo. You can't even get down there.
Yeah, I know. In that 20 years, I no lie, I missed one game the whole, and that's a lot of bad football. That's a lot of horrible football I sat through. And when I moved up here permanently, I stopped. I go to a couple a year. I was kind of looking forward to this game tomorrow, but whatever. I mean, but he did bring up the point of going to a game down the road. I don't know if the ticket prices had anything to do with it.
I don't know.
I doubt it. Joe's.
I mean, I don't
Joe's-
know if he's
Joe
know
don't
it's
care.
a lot less expensive for the Colt game. I don't know if that was it or he just. I don't know what happened with it. I don't know, but maybe because he thought he'd be in so much pain that he couldn't go. But he did mention another football game, so yeah, let's go for that one. That's
Oh,
the
we should
Colts.
try to set up.
Yeah, I didn't look up the date. I know they play the
He
Colts
said
this year.
something about the 27th, and I go, yeah, I don't know about that.
How about
Well,
what we
the hockey game you were talking about? You couldn't go to
Yeah.
one that he brought up.
hockey
The
game?
Jets don't even have any day games. They have this one
You say
tomorrow.
day games or gay
Oh.
games?
Gay games.
That's
So no, he brought up
That's
a game.
what I thought you said.
He brought up a game that was in. Yeah, so it was a gay game because they're gonna play New England.
Oh,
At the game.
come on, man.
Well, the Patsies in October. But I looked it up, and that game's in New England. So I don't know. I don't know if it's farther to go to Boston or to New York. Look, he drove 4 hours up that way, and New Jersey's 2.5 hours. So the other game he brought up is the Colts, and I'm gonna have to look that one up. But it really has to be a Sunday day game for it to work for us.
Maybe we can figure out a way to not have the cameras work there too. It'll be great.
We'll have a remote.
We'll
audio.
have a remote audio, no fucking video, because apparently Sony doesn't like me. I got to fucking. I'm gonna send out my specs for any camera. Maybe the one person listening to us is a camera guru. I got a Sony CyberShot DSC 300 or HX 300. I can't connect it to my computer. Anybody that knows anything, fucking tell me something, anything to help me.
Help
Good
this poor
Lord.
man. Help
Good
this poor-
Lord.
Help this poor man build his pretty dream.
Oh, well, the dream is built, but the empire is faltering.
We're on hold. All we need is this camera, guys. Guy.
Guy, girl, anything. Listen, we are open for any subscribers and likes. I
Yeah.
don't care. Even if you got blue hair and you're a hippy dippy, I still want you to support us. We are soldiers in the war against woke and soldiers against basically what's trying to turn this country into a bunch of fucking gulags and a communist hellhole.
What's
So-
happened to our country? That's what I want to know. What went wrong?
What went wrong?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out with
We
this
gotta
awful
figure this
podcast.
That's why you got to keep listening and
That's
subscribe.
why you got to keep listening to it, because I know what went wrong. I know what went wrong. Everybody knows what went
You
wrong.
don't got the answers.
Yeah, we do have the answers. I got a lot of answers.
Unreal.
But I don't have any answers to this fucking equipment. I got
We
nothing.
got to figure out the camera first. Then we'll tell you.
Oh,
what's
we
up, what's
will.
wrong.
Wait till you see how animated we can be. Wait.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Wait until you see the scratching in HD.
No, the scratching in 4K.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Go,
God.
go, yeah, these are all 4K cameras, but I think the camera, because it's from 2014, it's not being allowed to update because it's too old. Sony's, stepping out of their glass house in Osaka, Japan, and walking across the ocean and stepping on my fucking forehead, saying, "No, you got to spend
What about-
$1,500.
what
You
about
cannot
the-
have
what
this
about this-
$600 camera."
What
No.
about this handheld? What I'm looking at right now.
I bought that on Amazon for like $40. I don't even know how to work it. And I lost the directions.
Did you
Another
burn
thing
'em?
that I opened the box and probably dropped it on the ground. I don't know nothing.
Maybe go to the docks in Port Newark, New Jersey, and there's a guy named Lenny there.
Guy named Lenny there? Oh, yeah.
Another guy named Mario.
Is there a couple of camcorders under some fish I can have?
I
Like,
mean, just
Jesus.
right there.
No,
Yeah.
I think this one. I think this camera will work. We'll just do it gorilla style.
Well, see, and I also, another thing with the podcast, it's not.
That was a beauty. You didn't give us a spin move that time, Adam.
Good
He's
Lord.
Like, talk over
Oh.
that. Well, what?
Well, I
You
had to
didn't play
burp.
the song. Yeah,
I had to
just-
burp.
Yeah,
I
that
had
was
to
a big.
burp.
That was a big burp.
I had to burp.
My
You
goodness.
know,
That was a big
sometimes.
one.
Last
Yeah.
time I burped,
You
I
burp.
was saying.
Yeah, you burp sometimes.
Burp, burp, burp.
Coming up with bits, coming up with all this shit is really, it's hard. It's hard to do. And then you put the equipment in it, and that's even harder to do. So you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And like I said, I got a camcorder looking right at me, don't work. I got another camera, don't work. I got a camera
Stare
over
at
there,
me. I'm
staring at
it.
you. Now I got to sneeze.
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, nice.
Live.
Good
Let's
Lord.
do it. We're doing it live.
Yeah.
Doing it live. Fuck it. We're doing it live.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think what I was talking about before I sneezed.
Bits. And
Bits?
How
Bits.
hard it is.
How hard it is to write bits?
Uh huh.
It's hard to write bits.
We
It's
have
hard to come up
ideas.
with bits.
It's hard to write the bits. It's not that hard to come up with ideas, but it's hard to write them.
Well, a good bit is like ripping on you about Facebook, or if we can ever get into your whole Facebook pyramid scheme, we could talk about that. There's so many things to talk about. You talk about how much of a control freak I am, how passive aggressive you are,
Yeah.
how control freak and passive aggressive Joe is, and how aggressive Joe is.
I think we can get a lot of doctors looking for time on here.
You know,
Doctors.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Well,
nice. You didn't say anything bad about me. I appreciate that.
Well, because
You're afraid of nothing.
Yeah, you saw a ghost and walked away.
Yeah.
Well, I had to go back to sleep. All right, guys.
Yeah, I had to go back to yeah. No, it's not all right,
We
guys.
all strive to be like Adam.
Yeah.
With our
Fearless.
With our wrestling
Fearless.
t-shirts. Oh my gosh.
I got a Halloween shirt on right now. It's spooky
You do have a
season.
Halloween shirt on.
And that shirt is scary, but it doesn't scare you.
No.
No. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for the input.
Listen. I got guests lined up. What am I supposed to do with a guest?
Oh, we only have one invite out for.
No, I got a guest. Oh, for Trump?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
Trump's allowed to come.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know.
The suspense.
No,
is
you
killing
don't
me.
know.
Yeah.
No, you don't know.
The suspense is killing.
You don't know. But
You can cut the tension.
I want to. Listen.
If
I
you
can
happen to
have a
have
bunch of guests here. It's the point that I don't want to look like fucking college radio in front of anybody. Can't get the cameras working. Can't get nothing. What am I supposed to be like? Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Well, you don't want to look like cable news because cable news drives me. It's better than cable.
You don't
news.
want-
I wish I no, dude.
Because they have
Cable news.
16 fucking cameras.
Cable news. Well, I wish I had 16 cameras. They have 16 cameras at work. We have 0 cameras at work.
16 people talking over each other.
Well, we got 4 people usually talking over
Yeah,
each other.
We're just 3 or 4 people talking over each other.
Listen, getting a podcast is rough. Coming up with bits and material is hard. I know there's a lot of news, but you don't always want to talk about politics. It can't always be politics,
It's
even with the
depressing.
election, huh?
It's depressing.
And that's all Joe wants to talk about. And then he gets mad at us when we want to talk about anything else.
Well, we'll talk about the Cowboys just for him one day. Maybe.
And how great they are.
Yeah, we'll talk about
I.e.,
their history.
they suck.
They suck, I guess. I don't know.
Oh no, I was just surprised by you two.
Yeah.
What?
Because you don't talk, so you
how
got nothing
dare
to
you. That's
say.
the same
Oh,
thing
I
that
said it.
fucking
I
bitch
said
did.
it. You don't talk
John
enough.
Cena.
You don't talk enough. You don't talk enough. And you yell into the microphone sometimes.
Yeah, I
And
got
we
that.
have to lower you. We have to edit you out sometimes because you scream.
So you totally block me out.
Well, last time I think you were screaming January 6th. January 6th wasn't real or some shit.
No, that
Which-
was me. That was me yelling.
Oh
when
yeah,
we were
but then
playing
he yelled
around.
it too. But he yelled it
Yeah.
really loud and like
Oh, that's what
shook the
everyone
mic. He's like, January
January 6th.
6th. I
That's all
remember
you
that.
got.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's all you got is January.
What do you mean
6th.
I don't talk enough? What the fuck?
What do you mean? What the fuck? Well, exactly.
man.
Say it one more time.
What the fuck?
No. Say the first part.
I don't talk enough.
Yeah, there you go. Say it one more time.
I don't talk
Yeah,
enough.
you need to talk more.
It's
No,
kinda
it's
hard.
not that you don't talk enough. You need to talk more. People like the
Alright.
sound of your voice.
Well, the other thing is that
Work on your
Joe
persona.
likes to dominate the conversation. With the
Yeah, but you're not.
politics
You're
shit.
also not the most assertive person in the world.
Well, I'm
I
trying to
told
cut
you,
o- Mhm.
this man sitting across from you and the man sitting across from me are stallions, wild stallions that need to be broken.
That's what
They
they
have
tell me.
so many fucking stories inside their heads. You gotta beat it out of their heads with a fucking crowbar.
That's true
All right.
because I've forgotten
Because
more
you
shit that he's
forget.
gotten out of me.
Yeah, they forget until 2 seconds later when they remember. So you gotta beat it out of them with a fucking stick. These are wild Montanan stallions running across the plains. You just gotta take the rope and you gotta lasso one of these fillies down.
I've never
Do
been
I have to
accused
get a
of being
be good? Do I have
stallion.
to get a be good stick?
Yeah, you might have to get a be good stick.
I've never been accused of being a stallion.
Oh, you are a wild stallion. I had to break you for 2 months, get you off the Facebook kick.
Like I said, I forgot so much shit that I guess is interesting to you. But I'm saying, golly, yeah, I got a lot more. About the time I was trapped inside a giant clam. I can't wait to tell you guys that one.
See? You see?
Yeah.
You see the nonsense? See?
Yep, I see it.
Starting a podcast is difficult, but we're trying. Somewhat.
Yeah, we do our best, but we're no Mae West.
Yeah, and I don't really try very hard. I need to try
We're
harder.
gonna try harder.
I tried hard with the camera, but it didn't work. So I got mad.
We're gonna. Well, we had a lot of problems with the audio at first, and
Yeah, and I got really mad.
you got really mad.
Yeah.
and we got that going. So maybe get really
Get
really
more mad?
Yeah,
What do I gotta do? Burn down my house and maybe the cameras will work?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's a trigger.
should I
for
throw
it.
the computer against the wall and then maybe the camera will work?
It would make for a great.
No, you
bit.
take the laptop and you throw it at Joe.
I
and tell him to fix
I
it.
take the laptop, I break it, I bend it over the top of my head like Bo Jackson breaking a bat. I bought the laptop, I don't even use it. It sits there. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it.
Well, we were gonna look up information to fucking fact check Joe mostly.
I can't fact check anybody quick enough. You got to write sentences. We can't fact check
Well,
anybody
you
quick enough.
see-
We need a guy.
We need a fact checker.
We need a guy. Any unpaid workers, we got you.
We get those people at CNN.
Any volunteers?
Get those people at CNN that can say, no, wrong.
Anybody that would like to collaborate with Unqualified Uprising would be any help would be greatly appreciated.
Tell us how to get this camera working.
Tell us how to get these goddamn cameras working before I have to go spend more fucking money.
Any of people. can
Any
help.
of people, any of our many fan or many listener. And I think that might be the end, gentlemen.
Okay.
Adam, your final thoughts and goodbye.
It's been a blast.
Thomas,
You're a man of few words.
you are man. Oh yeah, there it is.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, there it is.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right, ta-ta.
Ta.
Later, Tater.
This
Joe-
has been the
Joe ain't
woes
got-
of podcasting. It's hard. Trust me, it's a giant pain in the ass, but it's also a lot of fun. This has been Mike from Unqualified Uprising. Bye for now.